everybody's Trisha, knitting lady. Did you like that nice calm music? And then it stops and you see me. I hope I don't scare you. You like my cup? I bought this well over a year ago at the store in Myrtle Beach. It's a yarn store, Knit and Purl. It's got all the expressions for knitting there. Cast on, pearl, ribbing, garter, etc., etc. Cute cup, huh? I have to find one for crocheting too, since I do that. You know, I have my artist buddies. I just have to collect things that encompass all my hobbies. So I hope everybody's doing fine. This is my third time doing this. I kept getting calls. I sometimes doubt my intelligence. I'm trying to build up my channel in the start of tax season. And it hasn't even hit full crazy yet. So I'll do the best I can, pick up things there, here and there. I'm not going to go full force. I can't. I just don't have the time. But those who have channels who work full-time probably have the same issue. I try to come on practically every day or every other day with some trivia or some fun stuff. I didn't come on yesterday because I didn't really care for the trivia on that day. But I do have birthdays. So, January 22nd was yesterday. It's the birthday of Diane Lane, the actress. She was born in 1965. Steve Perry was born in 1949. And Guy Fieri was born in 1968. I always liked that show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, 3Ds, where he goes around the country and goes to different places. In fact, a lot of times when I travel, I will check out his list and try to check out one of the restaurants or diners or dives he's been in, near that particular town. I haven't done it this past year, though. I really have to get back to that. I remember making a tour. The first time I did the tour around the southern states to see where I wanted to move. When I moved from New Jersey, I did finally decide to move to Arizona, but I did check out North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. In fact, I did visit Wilmington back then. But one of my favorite places I went to was in Tybee Beach, Georgia, outside of Savannah. I think it's called the Breakfast Club. In fact, I haven't checked to see if that's still open. That had a fabulous breakfast and wonderful grits. Even though I was born in the North, I do like grits, and I'm a little fussy when it comes to grits. There's a place here downtown Wilmington called the Dixie Grill, and I've noticed it was getting a little run down. I haven't been there since COVID hit. It's still open. Of course, they limit people going in. But it was getting a little run down. They need a good paint job and clean up a little bit. And I think they did. I looked in the window. I was walking around the other day, and they do look like they cleaned up a bit. They have good breakfasts. They're only open for breakfast and lunch. It's on Market Street in Wilmington, North Carolina. The Dixie Grill. They're good. I think they're good. And they have good grits. So, did you know 70,000 new computer viruses are found every day by antivirus companies. That shouldn't surprise anybody. It's a big problem. Now, today is Saturday the 23rd, and it's the birthday of John Hancock, who signed the Declaration of Independence, the big signature, also the insurance company. He was born in 1937, died in 1737. He was born in 1737 and died in 1793. He didn't live that long. And also, today, Chelsea Sullenberger turned 70. He is well known for his role as a pilot in command of the 2009 ditching of the United States Airways Flight 1549 in the Hudson River off Manhattan, after both engines were disabled by a flock of birds. All of 155 people on board survived. I think they had a couple injuries, but not very severe. That was amazing. I remember when I heard about it. I was still living in Tucson, Arizona at the time. And first heard about it, I thought it might be terrorism. Why did the plane land in the river? But then when I watched the news channel, of course, the facts came out. It was due to birds. And there's the plane in the middle of the Hudson River in the winter. Not good. But everybody survived, and he became a little famous. That movie came out about it, starring Tom Hanks. I forget the name of the movie. Was it Miracle on the Hudson? I don't remember. But he's 70 years old today. And did you know the Catholic Church doesn't have the power it once did, but they banned the game backgammon during the 16th century. They also banned chess, too. I was reading the article. Well, they had so much control. They pretty much controlled people's lives. If you believed in the Catholic Church, I'm sure in a big city it wasn't as prevalent. No, because you have a lot more people you have to control. But I was brought up Catholic. I really don't practice anymore. I'm not a very religious person. I respect people who are. I'm just not. Also, January 23rd, 1957, the Wham-O toy company produced their aerodynamic flying disc that would soon to be known as the Frisbee. Ever play Frisbee? I like playing it with a dog, to be honest with you. You know, you throw it and the dog just jump in the air to catch it. Amazing. The name began in the 1920s when students at Ivy League colleges began to toss around empty tins of pies and cookies delivered to their schools by the Frisbee Baking Company of Bridgeport, Connecticut. And that was spelled Frisbie, not the double E at the end, like we know. The college students would yell Frisbee to alert the catcher of the incoming toss. The spelling of the name has been slightly modified to a double E at the end than the original IE. In 1948, Walter Frederick Morrison, the son of the inventor of the sealed beam headlight for automobiles, created a plastic version of the disc. The toy company Wham-O bought the rights to the Frisbee invention in 1955. It was first introduced as a Pluto platter. Weird. Say that 3 times fast. It was named after the planet Pluto, which is, I don't think it's a planet anymore. Don't they call it a dwarf planet? I remember we had to know all the 9 planets in school years back. Do I remember? No. I guess I could if I thought about it. No. Probably I could. I always got a kick out of the name Uranus. Say that 3 times fast. Anyway, a year later, the toy was renamed Frisbee. So in 1968, the United States Navy spent approximately $400,000 to study Frisbee's motion and ability to remain suspended in the air. They used wind tunnels to measure the Frisbee's lift. So that's where our tax money is going. But, you know, $400,000. Wouldn't you like $400,000? I would. So that's about it. There's nothing much else going on. Like I said, I've just been so busy trying to do taxes, and I was making the video before, and my son kept calling me with tax questions. I don't tell too many people I do taxes, because right away, I have a question for you. No, thank you. And then I have to watch when I give an answer if I don't completely put that person to sleep. Now, I can explain taxes without using all those words that people would, people say, what did you just say? All that tax terminology. Yeah, I know how to speak English, put in common terms. So that's about it. I hope everybody's doing okay. I haven't been doing much knitting or anything else. I have a couple projects going on. That's about it. So take care, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.